I wasn't going to say shit about this ladder match. I was going to let me in the match do the speaking, but I think it needs to be said. Jerry, you are signing the death warrant of one of the members of your roster by sending them into a human demolition derby. Ladder matches are not for the weak. It is metal meeting bone. Bones potentially breaking, careers being shortened or ended. And I am definitely shortening or ending somebody's career. You see, I get off on this type of shit. You can crucify me, and I would look up and say, "Thank you, sir. May I have another," because that's just the sick, sadistic bastard I am in these matches. And whoever you send in, I hope they're as sick and sadistic as me, because they're going to need to be if you want to prevent the Outlaws from coming and staying on Warzone. But you're not going to stop us. You can't prevent us, because it doesn't matter who you send in, Jerry. They're not me. So Warzone, it's the start of me making you all famous. Oh, and Hood, I'm not saying I'm coming for you at Multivania, but just remember, I have that option. Keep that title safe. Keep it warm and sleep with it. Play for blood. That's my game.
Good evening, Multiverse, and welcome to another exciting episode of MNW Warzone. I'm your host, Warzone General Manager Jerry Aldini. And you just heard from Theron Markov, who will have to face off in a boom or bust ladder match for the opportunity to get his job back and save his fellow outlaws' careers. But Theron, I feel like you missed a detail. This is going to be a boom or bust ladder match. You act like I'm only sending one opponent down to the ring. This is going to be an 8-man ladder match. And it's only going to be you from the Outlaws in it. Now, as for who I am going to send against you, well, I am going to tell you. I am, in fact, going to tell you tonight after the main event. So you might want to hang on to your spurs, cowboy, because hell's coming and I am sending the demons after you. Wow, people are right. I do kind of sound like Lawson when I get on the Outlaws. Anyway, folks, speaking of your main event, tonight in your main event, we are going to have a title match when Juan Chance challenges Sasquatch Wing for the Underworld Championship. All that and so much more. But before we get there, well, you all heard that we're going to have to deal with what we're going to have to deal with for Theron's boom or bust match. But we are on the road to Multivania. There are several things we need to figure out. And I would argue that none are more important than who will be facing the Blue Hood in the main event at Multiverse. Now, despite any little routes I might have gone down in comments a few minutes ago, I am a fair man in my heart of hearts. And another person that turns out really wants a fair shake, or at least wants to face actual fighters, is our multiversal heavyweight champion, the Blue Hood. Now, I sat down with the champ, and he pitched an idea. He pitched a good idea. He pitched such a good idea that I am going to let him come down to ringside this very moment and explain to you how we are going to determine his next contender, his opponent at Multiverse. And he has been through a hard knock. He has gone through many iterations. He's been here from nearly the beginning. And now he sits at the top of the mountain. All right. Well, as I'm sure Jerry was telling you, he and I had a meeting. I pitched a plan for how we are going to determine who is going to face me in the main event at Multiverse. And I had an idea. Let's bring back the King's Road Tournament. That's right, Warzone. You know it. You love it. It's a tournament arc. This means I get to pick members of the roster. I get to determine who goes into that tournament, and they will battle it out. And the winner of the King's Road Tournament, which we're going to start here shortly, will face me at Multiverse. Because this way, no one can say, oh, Hood, you're cherry-picking your opponent. Oh, you're facing whoever you want to face. No. It's going to be determined the way it needs to be determined by wrestlers wrestling in the squared circle. Someone will emerge victorious after the King's Road Tournament, and they will get a shot at the championship. What could be more fair than that? So get ready. That's right, folks. We are going to be putting together a King's Road Tournament. The Blue Hood is going to go over the roster. And now he and I are going to discuss. I know everyone's going, oh, well, he's going to get to pick who he wants. He wants fighters. He's going to get fighters. And of course, there'll be, you know, people will be upset because it will be his choices. And that's fine. They could be upset. Now, with that out of the way, well, it's time to get started with the night. So, we are now going to do what we're here for, wrestling, and we're going to open tonight with tag team competition, because we also got a tag. Now, of course, we know coming up very shortly, we are going to have a Multiversal Tag Team Championship match. But after that, we need to figure out who's going to go to Multivania, and the best way to do that is to have the tag teams face off and boost their records. Well, I'm gonna ask you folks, it's tag team. Who do you think is gonna be in this match? There's a good chance you're gonna guess right. And to find out if you did, well, it's time to start the show. Let's head to ringside.
The following is a tag team match and is your opening match. Introducing first, Team OTP.
There they are, Croc-Vor and Registered Anon. Team OTP, although still technically representing the Wild Boys. It is the Cajun Cryptid and Florida Man. And these are two people, I could see them in the Kings Road tournament, couldn't you? Two long-time wrestlers in MNW with long and impressive careers. Maybe they're going to be in the match.
And introducing their opponents, Shoot Nation.
And it's Devin and the Scorpion Jack Abbott. The hustle is real, folks. Devin is going to keep going until he gets the brass ring. Somebody else that I'm sure wants to be in that Kings Road tournament. Now, he had a title shot against the Blue Hood. But if he gets in the Kings Road, maybe he'll get a second shot, or maybe it'll be Jack Abbott. So we are starting out with Registered Anon and Jack Abbott. Oh! Abbott coming out right off the bat with a sling blade, only to get manhandled by the surprisingly strong Registered Anon. Do not, and I repeat, do not speculate why a man with his frame is as strong as he is. It'll lead to questions our legal team does not want to answer. No, not even a 1 count. And, oh, up and over goes Anon. I was going to say into Shoot Nation's corner, but Anon just bounces right out. And now it is time for the Bayou Boy himself. Devin wants a tag bad. He wants to get in there. You know, Devin is always wanting to get in the game, show his worth. He has the most hustle of any wrestler I've known in my career. And I'll be honest, I've grown to respect that hustle greatly. Speaking of which, there is that... Oh, nobody home. The strong MMA background of Devin. And a power bomb by Anon, who is, again, the hot tags between OTP. Brought down. Oh. And getting caught into that punishing submission move, but Devin knows how to get in and out of submission. But you got to be careful. You never know where Croc's going to attack you from. And now he's biting the fingies. And whipped into the ropes. Oh, Devin blocks. Shoot, cutter! Oh, and pulled into a headbutt. And an elbow to Croc. And again. And down go up into a cover. One. I could have told you Devin's not going to go down that easy. Hot tag to the Scorpion. And going into that twisting neck breaker. And again, that MMA background of Abbott. Abbott trained in London with the Ginger Boy, Tommy Black, back in the day. And Abbott in the wrong part of town, but not staying there long. Getting that suplex on Florida Man. The reversals are fast and furious. And a double team from OTP. These two have been a team so long. Both teams have been teams for so long, they are practically telepathic. Death roll! Jack kicked out just as Devin was coming in for the save. Croc decides he's maybe not too happy about that and is having words and blows with Devin. Spiking him on the apron. And now against the barricade. And back into the ring at 4. Oh, feeding frenzy! A feeding frenzy by Croc. 1, 2. Kick out at 2 by Abbott. And now going for the swamp dive, countered by Jack Abbott. Oh, now Abbott trying to get it locked in. Yep, Scorpion's tail locked in. Coming in for a rescue is Anon. And another shoot cutter. Into the corner he goes. And mid-rope kick. And in comes Anon. I'll say this about Devin. He never takes it personally, but he also never takes it lightly. And a rescue by Croc. Oh, drop toe hold into an STF. Anon manages to break the hold. And getting hit with that driver. Rescued by Abbott. And comes Croc to a prone Devin. Going for something, but Abbott, again, wily ring veteran. And into the corner goes Croc. Oh, beating the drums of war on Abbott. That might have felt good, but it meant he was ignoring the legal man, who is now getting him in those corner trapped punches. And going for the pin. Croc got the shoulder up just as Anon was coming in for the save. Devin goes outside to kind of cool off after that. And now under the turnbuckle. This has been an even and back and forth exchange. And that makes for a hell of an opening match. Oh no! It's the Bloody Waltz. As if And Anon wasn't creepy enough. Kick out at 2. And I think Anon's offended. It's hard to tell with that whatever on it. It's not a mat, it moves. You know, there are times I worry about whatever that is on Anon. I recently got into a story that involves a character who is a mask that wears people. And it makes me wonder, oh, getting into a gator roll. And gut wrench suplex.
And your winners, Team OTP.
Well, OTP with the win, but that was a hard-fought battle. And I already have my standing Tuesday meeting with Devin already scheduled, just so you know. Because, yeah, that's one of the things about Devin. He never, you'd think, oh, he'd be upset about the loss. No, I guarantee you, he's already over it. He's already thinking about what's next. Why? Because that's what he does. But for us, what's next? Well, we heard at the top of the show from the Blue Hood, and we heard about his plans for the Kings Road tournament. And there's a lot of people. I mean, he is at the top of the mountain. But there's somebody who has something to say about that. And that is another member of Hero Time, the Toa, Leon Arcaster. Greetings, Multiverse. Hood. First off, respect. I think it is a great decision to do the Kings Road tournament and determine your contender at Multivania. But I just want to, I have something I want to put out there. You've recently defended that belt against Draco Rex and Minwanu, against some of the newest members of the roster. Well, I'm still pretty new myself, Hood. So I want a shot. And I'm not talking about the Kings Road tournament. I want a shot first. I mean, I've been proving myself of late. I think one could argue I've earned something. And, well, you're giving all the other young blood a shot. And you want to face actual fighters. And I think I've proven I'm an actual fighter. I've gone up against some of the best and shown my worth. So what do you say? Well, looks like he's going to get an answer, but not from who he expected. That is the living nightmare, Necrom, who, after being eliminated during the Elimination Chamber qualifier at Future Shock by Leon Arcaster, has been impressed by Arcaster and wants to face him one-on-one, to the point of watching his match last week from the backstage area. Let's be honest, folks, a meeting between these two has honestly been inevitable. Leon Arcaster, I want to be clear. First off, your challenge to the Blue Hood. If I'm being honest, it is both reasonable and consistent with what's been happening. I think you are absolutely in your rights to make that call. Oh, well, thank you, Necrom. I'm surprised to see you so amenable to that. I think if we follow the pattern, I think I have a reasonable right to make that request. So I'm glad you recognize that. So yeah, thank you. Oh, you misunderstand. I think that request is reasonable, except you have matters to deal with first. I have already claimed a match against you, and you and I should conclude our business first. Ah, yeah, that. Yeah, I was wondering if that was going to come up. Look, I'll be honest. I really do want the shot at the Multiversal Heavyweight Championship. But, no, you're right. I mean, you did get in there first. I am not an unreasonable man, Arcaster. You've proven you have something, and I want to challenge those abilities. I want to see if you are truly the future of this ancestry. But I also promise not to make you wait and suffer. That is not my way. Okay. Well, then, what do you mean? I mean, I like the idea of not making me suffer. That sounds great. So what are you proposing? Necrom. That there is no time, but now. We shall not wait. I have already checked next week, and there's an opening. And I've already gotten it cleared with the brass. So next week, Arcaster, you face Necrom. Oh, okay. No, that's sure, let's do it. No, like you said, no time like the present. Let's do it. And afterwards, I can revisit this whole challenging Blue Hood, or just get into the King's Road tournament myself, I guess, whichever. I like that you are not groveling. I like that you are not cowering. I like that you are accepting. But I would like to see more bravado, more ferocity. But that's something we can work on next week. Well, these are moments I'd like the brass would maybe tell me this stuff first. But, oh, nope, there it is. So, next week, everyone, Leon Arcaster against the living nightmare, Necrom. And already on social, I knew this. Look, I told you, no one hustles like Devin. We already got a social media post. Win is a win, but good fight. But it wasn't easy as you thought. Jerry is right. I will fight, win, lose, end of every fight, and still be standing. So yeah, what's next and who's next? No, I get nope. Absolutely, Devin. I know. I already have our meeting on the books for tomorrow. We'll there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on, as you well know, so we will see. We will see. And while we're seeing what we will see, what we're going to see next is our next match. Now, there is right now a standing challenge to the Multiversal Tag Team Champions, the Night's Watch, from Hero Time for a title match, and that has been agreed to. So we are about to see two of the people that will be in that title match. Well, two people who are part of the factions. But there's another team that's been involved in the multiversal title scene pretty prominently during all this, and that is, of course, TPK. What does this all mean? It means get ready for triple threat action. Let's head to ringside.
The following is a triple threat match. Introducing first, the Dagger.
Representing TPK. An MNW legend, the Dwarven King himself, the Dagger, Dagrick. TPK, of course, having a title shot against the Night's Watch. The Watch retained. But TPK is in no way done. So here he comes. Now, triple threat action is always a little different than a straight up match, even a tag match. 3 opponents, no disqualification. And it's every man for himself.
Introducing next, it's Kane.
Representing Hero Time, it is the master of 8,602 moves. The strategic genius of Hero Time, Kane. A man who has walked a long path. He has stood in the light. He has faced the darkness. And has been forged into the hero you see before you. And there he is. Now all we need is who is going to come out and represent the Night's Watch.
And introducing the final opponent, they are one half of the Multiversal Tag Team Champions, Gunner Birch.
Representing Night's Watch, Gunner Birch. along with Alistair Evergreen, the Hardcore Hound. He is one of the Multiversal Tag Team Champions. Last week, we saw Power Surge versus Westwind, with Power Surge showing why he is a top performer. Now it's going to be two senior members of their respective teams and the Dagger. And so you have these three. Oh, and Kane decides to let Gunner and Dagrick start off while he observes. Again, a strategic thinking of Kane. And now, a meeting of the minds. And this is the chaos of a multi-man match in general. Deal with one man, you got another man waiting to come for you. You need to grow eyes in the back of your head. As chaos erupts in the ring, and here we go. Oh, Kane knowing he's got to deal with the Dagger. Gunner taking advantage of both. And as we said, this is a no DQ match. Weapons are perfectly legal. Into the corner goes Kane. And now, it's Snake Eyes! And getting a neck breaker by Dagarick. Dagarick going for the pin, immediately broken up by Gunner Birch. Getting dog walked by Kane after bringing down the Dagger. And folks, if you're new to MNW, you are in fact witnessing a dwarf, a ninja, and a superhero in wrestling action. That's what happens here in the Multiversal Nexus. And that punch to the back of the head, and now the Dagger's got a weapon. And the Dwarven Driver. And the ref goes down. Don't worry, folks. There's a reason we hired a ref who is functionally immortal. And he's back up in time to count the pin. One count before Gunner decides he's had enough of that. And it is the... Oh! It was a setup for the sound of silence. But the dagger got out of it. Considering the three combatants. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. We could be here for a while. I'm not gonna lie. These are 3 powerful and resilient individuals. A dwarven battle master, a ninja, and a member of the superhero team Hero Time. And the dagger coming in with a hammer, which is an ancestral weapon when you think about it. Another dwarven driver. Dagrick really was trying to ignore those kicks from Kane. But here's the thing, Kane won't be ignored. Oh! Good use of the ropes by Kane, but now he's going to be giving the sound of silence. A rescue by Dagger, who wants to keep his hopes alive in this match with a flying DDT. Now this is the moment, well, Dagrick may have waited a little too long. He had a moment while Kane was down. I don't know what Gunner was trying, but Kane was not going to let it happen. And the ninja using that kendo stick. And a kick out at 2. Kane a little slow on getting back into the ring. That could have cost him. He's lining up Gunner, but again, the dagger was right behind him. And a Book of Grudges. Kane hit by the Book of Grudges. And now Dagger getting another sound of silence.
And your winner, Gunner Birch.
And the tag champion emerges victorious in that triple threat. And I'm sure his leader, the hardcore hound Alistair Evergreen, is very pleased with those results. Now, of course, the question is, how pleased is Alistair Evergreen with those results? Well, maybe we can ask him, because he is heading down to ringside. Well done, Gunner. Nice to see you, as always, prove you are my good right hand. Now, listen as I, the King of Lavaria, speak to you. And by you, I mean Hero Time. Hero Time, I think we're all done. And I think I speak for the entire multiverse when I say you need to stop pretending like you're the moral police that you think you are. And you may be getting a shot against my Night's Watch. But rest assured, you will not be any more successful than TPK was in wresting it from our grasps. So while you go forth and say, oh, we're the heroes of we are going to do what's right, what's good, while you have Blue Hood in your midst. Oh, looks like somebody wasn't happy about whatever this is that Alistair was doing. Because here comes the leader of Hero Time. It is Eustace J. Paragon, sometimes known as the Hero for Hire, once known as the Merciless Merc, now leading the heroes of the multiverse. And let's see what he's going to have to say to Evergreen. You know, I've been listening to this attitude that you have taken on since winning those belts, and I'm going to be honest. I don't know if it's because you're a werewolf. I don't know if it's because you're a monarch. But either way, you are acting like a spoiled little brat. Ha! How dare you! How dare you disparage me thusly? I am the Hardcore Hound King of Lavaria, and my word is law. And you come here with schoolyard taunts. No. Just one of the things I learned a long time ago is if you're dealing with somebody acting like a child, the best way to deal with them is to treat them like a child. So Eustace, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to take your toys away. Ha! What false bravado, Paragon. As if it will be so easy to wrest the titles from my Night's Watch, myself, and my true Knight Gunner Batch. I will enjoy humiliating you. Yep, right there, that's what I was talking about. You're being a brat and a bully. And trust me, I've got a lot of experience dealing with brats and bullies. You don't know how many times I've had to deal with the outlaws on that front. But that's okay, because I expect the bravado. It is not bravado, Paragon. It is an acknowledgement of the truth of my dominance. I lead a nation. I lead a pack. I am the one true king. Whoop. I think you're going to have to run that one past Sir McCheese. You might even need to. I think we got a few princes around here that might say something about that. A couple other kings. You know what? Whatever. I get it. You've had some success, you hold some gold, and you've let your head well, get too big for your crown. I am going to savor stuffing those words down your unworthy throat as I humble Hero Time, just as I humbled TPK. No, I don't want to hear anything else from you. It would all be senseless prattle. Just know we're going to have that match, and when we have it, I will brush Hero Time aside and stand forth as the dominant force in MNW. Yeah, okay, well, I guess we know what side Alistair Evergreen stands on. But yeah, that match is coming up. Hero Time versus the Night's Watch for the Multiversal Heavyweight Championship. But that is a match for another day. Now, our next matchup. There have been a lot of questions of late. Speaking of people who are dominant forces in the multiverse. Because for the longest time, the dominant force in MNW has been the Murder Cave. But we recently saw the All-Father Arkolf put out to pasture by Zeta. We've seen Grizzly Adams pondering if it is time for him to hang up his sandals. And of course, no one has laid eyes on Grim for about a year. All we hear is occasionally from his device, the Doomsayer, the one who has vowed to stay and fight till his very last breath, is Chaz Lee. Well, that leads to our next match, and let's see if Chaz, well, let's see how he goes as he faces a fan favorite. Let's head to ringside.
The following match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, the Latino B, Buck Bumble.
Viva la raza! He fly, he be, he sting. And in the words of my former broadcast colleague, there are bees, Jerry! And he comes, Viva la Revolution! It is Buck Bumble. And Buck is another of those wrestlers who wants to get out there, wants to show his mettle, looking for that next big opportunity.
And introducing their opponent, Chaz Lee.
Representing the Murder Cave, Chaz Lee. The engineer builder of the Doombots. Well, let's just say an alternate universal or multiversal variant of him, built Zeta. And now he is basically the last man standing of the murder cave. Well, I mean, Grizzly Adams is still around. But, well, Grizzly himself is questioning how much longer he has. But we'll see, because Chaz has said he will go out until, as he put it, his dying breath. And right off the bat, Chaz going in with a DDT, but missing that punch with the hydraulic arm. And going up, Buck, oh, going for that punch, blocked by Chaz, who gets him with that hydraulic arm. Whipped into the ropes. Oh, right in the gullet, and oh, down in a neck breaker. Bring him up. Oh, Buck caught the arm. Oh, here it comes. It is time for him to go. Buck Wild. Whipped into the corner. And for those of you who may be coming in late, at the top of the show, it was announced the Blue Hood's opponent at Multivania will be determined in a tournament arc. We're bringing back the Kings Road Tournament. Oh, bullseye drop. And going for the pin. Kick out at 2. And, well, the crowd's into it. As Buck brings the pain to the engineer. Oh, rake in the back. And I think there's a little something extra in that hydraulic hand of Valise. Oh, wow.
And your winner, Chaz Lee.
Chaz choking Buck out with that hydraulic arm. Well, he said he was going to fight to his last breath, using a move that, let's be honest, was shades of Dr. Grimm. Wow, folks, that, well, it was a hell of a match, as I would expect from those combatants, but I guess Chaz had something to prove. So I guess maybe he did, folks. We got other things going on now. We do have somebody who's just, after everything I've been saying tonight, is chomping at the bit to come out and address the crowd. But before we do that, we got this. We got something we got to play for you. A little recording we received somewhat involving our new Nexus Titan champion, our Sawyer, and his new best friend.
Our Sawyer, I'll be honest. On a scale of 1 chance to 10 in terms of evil, you're Windows 11. I'm not even that evil. You could probably be the meanest of a motherboard the Multiverse has ever seen. You just need the right push. El Albatross only needed a small push. Let's share stories sometime. I'll bring whatever you want. Should I pay him a visit? Yeah, might as well get that out of the way, whether he wants me there or not. Let's see here. How do I find a robot? It's easy to find demons, angels, or humans. Anything with a pulse? Easy. Just not robots. Hey, Chat IDC. Where can I find one R. Sawyer version 4? That's weird. It says unauthorized use. Oh well. Cameras are not what they used to be, I suppose. Do. And done.
I'm good, Mass. I'm done. Wait. Someone's in one of the cameras. I told you to sort off, Mr. Nachos.
Ugh. He'll get used to me eventually. Or maybe not. It's just business as usual.
You know, and you all know this, I've always referred to Ignacio Cervantes as the mad genius of Los Villanos Ingobernable. And now we see more and more signs that I was right to give him that moniker. Well, and again, for those who missed last week, our Sawyer did defeat Adrian Driscoll to win the Nexus Titan Championship. But when he won that from Adrian Driscoll, Driscoll made a deal with Ignacio, where Ignacio is, as Driscoll put it, and as Ignacio has put it, going to become Sawyer's best friend, be with him morning, noon, and night. I guess as punishment from Driscoll for Sawyer winning the belt? I don't know. I don't know at all. Look, we're going to deal with another issue right now. And that is a different long-standing issue. And that is Ozir Turan and his belief that there is no such thing as redemption. And once somebody has gone dark, forever shall it be their path, which I know sounds more like an Exar Kun thing, but work with me here. And he is focused on proving that to Semjax. So they're about to face off in tag team action, but if it's going to be a tag team match, Semjax needs a partner. And believe it or not, he found one. So we're going to head to ringside and see that, and all I can say is condolences to VIP. Let's head to ringside.
The following is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, Seth Justice Jackson.
That's right. Semjax went and got Seth Jackson. Who, there were times when Seth was a bit of a thorn in Semjax's side. I think Semjax remembered that and went, yes, you. I think it also is, he knows better than anyone you don't sleep on Seth Jackson. He may seem simple. He may seem idiotic. He may seem like he isn't 100% sure where he is. But in investigations and wrestling matches, he always gets the job done.
Introducing their tag team partner, Semjax.
There he is, folks, Semjax, who used to be ironically called the trustworthy one, although now it seems less ironic and more, yeah. And of course, he, has shed the blood of the conqueror and is now honestly the friendliest vampire you could hope to meet. Oh, he might drink your blood, but he's going to ask politely first.
And introducing their opponents, VIP.
There they are, VIP. The VI Pharaoh Ozir Turan. And his main lackey, Suplex Sam. Essentially the last two men standing in VIP, although technically El Albatros is still a VIP member, meaning that Los Villanos and Gobernable are under VIP. Sometimes trying to work out how all that works out. And oh, there is history between Seth and Sam as well. So this will be a fun matchup. Oh, and right off, Suplex Sam living up to his name. As of course he is. Oh, right to that elbow. Again, one of the biggest problems you'll run into wrestling Seth Jackson is people consistently underestimating him. They listen to him talk and went, oh, this guy's going to be easy to deal with. And you say that right before you feel his fist hit you. Oh! Speaking of which... And suplexing Suplex Sam. And also deciding, oh, why not go for a few punches on the VI Pharaoh. And another suplex on Sam. You think Sam would know what to do when being suplexed? I mean, you'd assume. And now Seth going for the cover. Oh, a hot tag while Seth was kind of taunting Ozir. Pretty sure he was going, what? And now walking. Oh no, Ozir in the corner. And not liking that. And, oh, wrench in the leg. Now, Ozir Turan, for those who might be new, is a skilled, if not one of the most skilled technical wrestlers in the business. He likes to favor arm submission. So far, he hasn't had a lot of chance to soften up Seth's arms, and Sam Jax hasn't even been in the match yet. Into the corner. And bringing him up, and oh, suplexing the Pharaoh. Seth looks like he wants to do this single-handedly. Seth, you've got a partner. Use him. See, just going to punch Sam, that wasn't a great plan. And, oh, does it again. And now... as I said, do not... Oh, going for an arm softener on Ozir. Seth really seems determined to use his opponent's tactics against them. Well, Sam gets back up there, but we need to get the legal men back in the ring. We're up to an 8 count. And both men right back in the ring. Unfortunately, a back-of-the-head uppercut. And a hot tag to Sam Jax, the Conqueror. Well, no, not the Conqueror. Sorry, old habits, folks. The trustworthy one in the match. Ozir a little rattled. He's trying to refocus on the fact that the legal man is no longer Seth. And as his true to form starts working on Sam Jack's arms. And Of course, here comes Suplex Sam into the ring on that tag. Getting a 2 count on Sam Jax. Sizing up the vampire. Deciding to play to the crowd, giving Sam Jax a chance to tag in Seth Jackson, who gets hit with a clothesline. And a suplex from Sam. Whip to the corner. Clothesline from Seth. Ooh, a little back of the head punch from Sam Jax. He might be working a path of redemption. He still remembers all the tricks. Into the corner. And a tag to Sam Jax, who briefly considers visiting Ozzy before deciding to work on the man in front of him. And with that, we see the Pharaoh knee. And now that Sam's been softened up, in comes Seth again. Now the tags between Seth and Sam Jax. Going for a suplex. And just punishing Sam. Up to a 7 count. Sam gets back into the ring. Followed by Sam Jax. Oh! Backbreaker over the knee. Oh! Drop kick on Azir, getting him clear out of the way. But looks like he left an opening to suplex him, who I can now see is busted open. So in comes Azir Turan, working on the arm of Jackson, softening it up for the eventual trial of Osiris. That arm-punishing submission maneuver that has won him so many matches. Seth in the corner. Corner of the wrong part of town at that. And hanging him out to dry. Working that leg. And a suplex on the VI Pharaoh. And again. bringing the pain. And now tagging in the vampire. Oh, it hits him with a flying headbutt. Going for the pin. Only a 1 count. Getting him with that kick. And down comes Sam Jax as Azir working that arm. Oh! Again, trying to soften him up for the Trials of Osiris. Bringing in Sam. Oh no, Sam has now busted open the vampire. I always feel making a vampire bleed, especially when you're bleeding, might be a bad plan. That's just my take on it. Now, I've never actually wrestled a vampire before. I wrestled a golem once. And there it is again, working that arm. Continuing to do work on Sam Jax. Into the corner. Oh! And a top rope Samplex. And following up with an actual Samplex. Saved by Seth. And whipped in. Oh, whipped it to the timekeeper. And again, well, Sam Jax gets in the ring himself and invites Azir to join him. Oh, reversed by Azir. And right hand right into the face of the Pharaoh. And now he's bringing in Seth. And they collide. Oh, and Seth with a reverse clothesline. And rescued by Sam. Oh, and a body slam.
And your winners, the team of Seth, Justice Jackson, and Sanjay.
And there you have it, folks. VIP not doing so well. Good team up by Seth and Sam Jax. Don't know if that's going to be a permanent thing or not, but there you have it. Well, folks, that was exciting, and we still have so much exciting action for you tonight, including your main event when Juan Chance challenges Sasquatch Wing for the Underworld Championship. But before we can bring that to you, we have to pay a few bills. That's right, folks. It's time for a commercial break. And when we come back, well, we are going to have some exciting action, including, well, we have, actually, I've been told before we leave, I have to, somebody's coming to the ring. Hold off on that commercial break, folks. Somebody's making his way to the ring. It's unsurprisingly an outlaw, CJR Killer. All right, listen up. Yeah, I know y'all heard Jerry earlier. He's gonna make Theron face off in an 8-man ladder match. Not just one-on-one. No, he's gonna throw 8 guys at him. He's gonna throw every damn obstacle he can. You know what? Go ahead, Jerry. Do it. Throw every obstacle. Pull every dirty trick in the book. Because you know why we don't care? You know why we don't care? Because we wrote that book. If there's a dirty trick, we've done it. If there's an underhanded move, we've done it. If there is a way to lie, to cheat, to steal your way into a victory, we've done it. Because we are the outlaws. And like Theron always says, we play for blood. And Jerry, when we say we play for blood, it's not just going after your blood. We're willing to shed our own as long as it gets us over the victory line. So throw whatever you want, do whatever you want, because in the end, the outlaws will triumph. And when we are back at full 100% fighting strength, well then, what are we going to do, Jerry? Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Dominate MNW. Well, yeah, I mean, look, I understand the risks. But unlike you, CJR Killer, I know what I'm planning. And what is that? Well, you'll have to wait till the end of the show like everyone else. Anyway, like I was saying, it's time for a commercial break. We'll be back. Until then, enjoy the messages.
Don't you just hate it when you're in a great one-on-one match, going up for a fly-high-in moonsault when you totally miss and eat more turnbuckle than a ravenous George the Animal Steel? Then you, my friend, might need to get your eyes checked. Hi, I'm former professional wrestler Dr. See It Coming, and we here at Eye to Eye Optometrists specialize in glasses, contact lenses, and overall eye health for the wrestling impaired. Our flexible one-of-a-kind contact lenses are guaranteed to fit all sizes and be a comfort fit even as you get your eyes poked out by your mortal enemy. We even have some eyewitnesses to testify how great these eyes are. Mr. Simon the Psycho, what do you think of your new contact lenses? Oh, God! Oh, there goes our new intern. Ha ha! Come on down and book an appointment with Dr. Seared Coming, and you and I will see eye to eye.
Sup, dudes? Do you want to look as gnarly as one of your favorite wrestlers on show who's holding one of the world titles from MNW? Well, you totally can, without even leaving your couch at Totally Tyler's Titles. For only $39.99, you too can own a complete replica of one of MNW's famous titles, like the MNW World Heavyweight Championship, the Tag Team, the Nexus Titan, the Interdimensional Championship, dude. So you can show off to your parents and show how gnarly you are, or you could secretly try and claim that you're formerly the title champion holder by holding a knockoff title. So come on down to Totally Tyler's Titles, where you can be a title holder today.
No official MNW wrestlers are allowed to hold the titles if they're a replica, unless you want to talk to Jim in the back.
What are you, blind, Rev? He clearly went for a roll-up reverse coil. This just can't be happening. This is some bull!
Is this you? Well, even if it isn't, I'm sure many of you have met these kinds of people, just marking up the walls of your favorite shows. Don't worry, we have the solution. With the Mark Manager. Yes, with the Mark Manager, we clean up the big marks, small marks, marks you didn't realize that were there, and marks that have always been there. We've even updated our product to help you clean off the toughest of marks.
Of course he was gonna lose the championship. If you'll look at my 42-page blog from last week, we can clearly see that the producers were going to have him. Hey, what are you doing? Huh?
So sign up and get your Mark Manager today. And remember, with a little bit of, any mark is manageable.
Fuck, it went up my nose!
Hey baby, it's me, Suplex Sam, and I'm here to tell you about my brand new experience, baby. On the Suplex Express, we're serving up hot dishes and hot meals for all your homies. It's time for Suplex Sam, the soup made for me, baby. Sam I am. Tired of your lunches being soupless? Don't worry, baby. Suplex Sam's got you covered. We got all the flavors. Wonton Wilson's, the beef drippings, the Doctor of Alphagetti, and the VI Pheromone. And of course, the signature soup, the Plex, so you can have your Suplex any day, anytime with yours truly, baby. So come on down to the Suplex Express and get yourself a can of Suplex Sam.
Are your heebies at jeebies? Are your ants in your pants? Do you get the butterflies in your stomach when you have to go up against a 400-pound, muscle-bound murder man who's trying to beat you in the ring? Don't worry, we have the solution for you. From the makers of the laxative product Let It Go comes the anti-anxiety medication Fuck It All. That's right, with a big old scoop of Fuck It All, you too can get yourself relaxed before any situation. Hand-picked and freshly squeezed from the teats of Tibetan relaxation monks. It comes with absolutely no long-term side effects. No, not at all. Yes, the anti-anxiety can make you stand up and say, Fuck it all.
Warning, this product may contain extreme doses of caffeine and methamphetamine. If consumed by more than one human, those two humans may or may not cause to duel or explode. And this product is dairy-free.
High Flyer Airlines is the leading air care for all professional wrestling. We customized our planes to fit the biggest of egos. With fine velvet and leather seats, a custom-made full banquet by Chef Manatee, and a working vocal booth, so you can make your promos while you're on the go.
Wait a minute, this isn't a bathroom!
High Flyer Airlines. We're leading the air in wrestling care.
I'm stuck inside the booth!
Introducing Mizuki and Nero action figure dolls with intense hand-holding couple action.
Maximum lewdness!
Watch the world's deadliest power couple have intense action conversations.
Honey, did you take out the dog today? I ate the dog! Very good.
Oh yeah!
Push the buttons on the back of both action dolls to get both of them to be the parents of their parents. The new Mizuki and Nero action figure dolls. Each sold separately, but then put together as a couple.
And we're back. All right, before we get into our next match, we have somebody now coming to ringside who was actually scheduled to speak. So let's head down and let's hear from the Absolute Unit's own TJ the Mint Gable. All right. Now, you know, a lot's going on. We got a Kings Road tournament coming up. We got the Boom or Bust ladder match. Everyone's looking ahead. And of course, they're looking to Multivania, and I get it. I won the Multiversal Heavyweight Championship at a Multivania, so I understand the excitement of that show. But there's one thing I want to make crystal clear. The Absolute Units are back. And by that, I mean, I know you're all going, well, you never went anywhere, TJ. Well, that's true. But we've been busy bettering ourselves, training with Sasquatch Wing, prepping for what's next after we lost our various titles. And, well, now that, the training arc, as they say, is over. So, I don't care if it's the tags, trios, or a single title. Once one of us is holding gold again, you'll know that the time of the units is far, and I mean far, from over. Because we have been at the heights, and we have proven that we stand with the elites of our business. But we also don't rest on our laurels. No, we put in the work. I know that Jerry's lately been saying that Devin has the best hustle in the business. And I'm not taking anything away from Devin. I appreciate his hustle. He's got some great hustle. But you think Devin's got some good hustle? Well, let me tell you. Wait until you get a load of the hustle of Forrest the Fortress Wade, of Absolute Adonis Washington, and of TJ the Mint Gable. You want hustle? Well, let me tell you, we're gonna show you some hustle. Well, getting a fire lit under him, and it is Multivania season, so now's the time to get into gear. And I, for one, am always happy to see what the units are cooking up next. And now, well, it's time for we're almost there, folks. It's time for the penultimate match of the night. And as is proper, because of what I'm announcing at the end of the night, this match is going to involve an outlaw. Now, we've already seen CJR Killer, so it's not him. It's not going to be Theron, because he's still fired, so that leaves one choice. And who is he fighting? Well, he's fighting an old adversary of the Outlaws. Let's head to ringside.
The following match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, the Professional.
Folks, it is the locker room leader. It is the man who has done it all. The living legend of MNW, the Professional. The man who has been to heights. He has ruled over the Republic. He has cleaned up the messes left by others, and now he is showing the locker room how a professional gets things done.
And introducing their opponent, Nakano Kirishima.
And representing the Outlaws, Nakano Kirishima, the Crimson Delinquent, protege of Theron Markov, and his sole purpose for months has been to get Theron his job back. So you know that even though he is in a match right now, at least part of him has to be wondering what I'm going to announce at the end of the show. And we're off. And Nakano taking an early lead. And, getting tossed around by Nakano is the Professional. And the Professional going for a pin. And, spear. And just bringing him down. The Professional now showing the member of the group known as the Bad Batch, one time the young bloods of MNW, how it's done. And of course, there's bad blood between the Professional and the Outlaws, including after a recent match, the Professional was attacked by Theron Markov, essentially for trying to protect MNW during a backstage invasion. So now he is out here. Let's put it this way. The Professional asked for this match. And I was more than happy to oblige my old friend. Oh, and a reverse DDT on those unforgiving mats on the outside. Professional back in the ring. Nakano, not even following, he just threw him out. And they're back outside, but though all that broke the count. Nakano trying to fire up the crowd. bringing it down. And now telling him to mind his tongue. Going for the pin. Only getting a 1 count. And now the professional. Oh! And double hammer strike. And Nakano getting a reversal. No, looking to see if he can get. Oh! I thought, oh, for a minute there, oh! Stunner! And now he is, was setting up for something, but blocked by the professional. And, oh, ow! And he is telling the crowd that this is it. He's putting the professional away. Oh, wrench in the arm. And now going, oh, knee to the face. Oh, but the professional not out of this fight yet. Oh, mind your tongue. He's got mind your tongue on the Crimson Delinquent. And now going for a pin. Kick out at 2. And now it's time for...
And your winner, the Professional.
And with that bit bomb, the Professional emerges victorious. Wait, that's Adrian Driscoll attacking Nakano. They have had issue for a while. Driscoll even said he was going to make Nakano pay. Now the Professionals just now notice there's no love lost between him and Driscoll. And now, and Driscoll's gone. Where'd he go? The hell? Oh, the hell. Well, anyway. All right, well, we got one more thing before we get to our last match. A last-minute addition. We were supposed to get right into the main event, but then somebody said, oh, you've got to let me come down. And this is unfortunately a case where I've learned it's just easier if I let him come down. And that, of course, is none other than the Dark Lord, Jean Tristam. Greetings, Multiverse. It is, of course, I, your Dark Lord, Jean Tristam, about to say something that I never in my very long life thought I would ever say. I agree with the Blue Hood. I know, surprising. But Hood says he deserves a fighting challenger and is going to be holding this King's Road tournament. Now, I'm sure someone would try and make some spurious claim. Perhaps that I'm not the kind of fighter, that I'm not a fighter, that because of my, vampiric nature, because I don't adhere to all of your rules, that I'm not a worthy opponent? Well, to that I say, in the words of some pop culture meme, I volunteer! That's right, I am putting my name in for the King's Road tournament. Because I'm going to prove something to all of you naysayers out there. And it is simply that I will prove to you beyond any possible doubt how much of a real fighter I am. So I say, with the absolute sincerity, let the games begin. Oh boy. Well, I'll tell you this, if he gets in the tournament, then we can absolutely dispense with any of this nonsense about the Blue Hood cherry picking. But anyway, enough of that. It's now time for our main event. But before we get there, we have one. All right, well, before we get there, we have a social media post from the Crimson Delinquent himself, who I guess is recovered. And that reads, professional, nice match. Driscoll, you want to play that way? I can play that way. We invented playing that way. So I guess we're going to be seeing more of that. But not tonight. Tonight, it's time for a championship match. But before we get there, let's hear from the champ, folks. I give you Sasquatch Win.
One chance. Yes, that one. This one wants to face that one for this title, the Underworld title. This one has seen much of what that one can do and is hopeful that one can live up to that reputation facing this one tonight. Make no mistake, this one will put that one to the test, offering all of this one's big strength for that one to gain, so that one will be a better one than ever before. But if that one wants this big strength, then that one must put all of that one's big strength, not just one of that one's strengths, but all of it. Speed, skill, determination, all of it. Only then can that one prove worthy of carrying this banner around that waist and defending it against anyone that wants to challenge that one to claim it. Tonight, in this match, is the chance for this one and that one to prove that worth. This is one chance. That one chance should not leave two chances. So, one chance. This is your chance.
I think I followed that. But anyway, this one, that one, we've got one. But before we get there, we've got one more social media post from Adrian Driscoll saying, you did this to yourself. You done dug your own grave, and old Driscoll is going to be the one to consecrate you into the earth. Yep, it's going to be a thing, but that's a thing for a later time. Right now it is time for your main event. So as we head to ringside, say it with me. Let's do this.
Your main event is for the Underworld Championship. Introducing first, one chance.
There he is, folks. One chance, the man always looking for one more chance, and he has it tonight as he faces off for the Multiversal Heavyweight Championship, taking on Sasquatch Wing. And it will be, as we like to say in the business, an absolute slobber knocker.
And introducing their opponent, they are the Underworld Champion, Sasquatch Wing.
There he is, folks. He is the Underworld Champion, Sasquatch Wing. If you've never seen a Sasquatch in action, get ready, especially one that likes to go to the top rope. And he holds the newest belt on the roster, the Underworld Championship. And here we go. As was stated earlier, one chance. Always looking for one more chance to prove himself in MNW. What will tonight bring him? As he faces the big strength of Sasquatch Wing, which reminds me, I'm going to take a sip of my Squatch Roast cold brew right now. That really gets me through the shows. And there it is. And now the ceremony of the belt. And that's what it's all about. And it is time. Here comes one chance. Got to appreciate the cruiserweight going against the largest wrestler in MNW. And Sasquatch Wing is not going to make it easy on him. It's not his way. Sasquatch Wing, who, besides becoming the Underworld Champion just very recently, was Jawbreaker, was the trainer of the Absolute Units, as we heard from Gable earlier tonight. The units are done with their training and are now making a push to regain their standing as champions. And Squatch just kind of tossing one around. And now giving him a gut wrench. Folks, if you haven't ever tried Squatch Roast Coffee, I really recommend you try it. Squatch has several cups himself before a match. You know, because it fuels him. And Juan throwing Squatch into the corner. Impressive. Now going after the knee. Trying to bring down Squatch's vertical base. And neck breaker. Juan putting on a show. Not liking the distance. And there is the surprising speed of Sasquatch Wing. Oh! Tossing Squatch over the top rope. Some definite impressive work from Juan Chance. And working him in the corner. And oh, bringing down the elbow. And tossing him out. Oh, here he goes. Whoa, diving through the ropes, but Squatch saw it coming. And the ref starting the count. And again, Juan showing some impressive work against an opponent the stature of Sasquatch Wing. Ducked by Squatch. And oh, slammed again. And a suplex on Juan. He's putting on a good show, but oh, never mind. Getting a stunner on Squatch. Oh, getting hoisted up for his trouble. And dumped outside. Now just sort of being, oh! Never mind, pile driver. And back into the ring goes Want, followed by Squatch. Oh, mighty headbutt. And I think one is busted open under that mask. And going for the pin. Kick out at 2. One is not quitting. Oh! But Sasquatch wing gonna fly. One heading back into the ring, Squatch following. And one, is one gonna do it? Going for a pin. One count. And rolling him into that submission maneuver. I'm not able to hold on to it. Oh, the headbutts. Oh no. Squatch gonna fly. It is the flying Sasquatch.
Your winner and still Underworld Champion, Sasquatch win.
And Squatch retains. Valiant effort by one chance. But Squatch emerges victorious. And I'm sure his question is, who next? And I'm sure that's something a lot of us would like to know, and I'm sure there's a lot of people who would love to volunteer. But until we get there, well, that was our final match, but there's one last bit of business. And I can't do it here. I got to do it right. Hang on a second. All right, Markov. I told you, you're going to find out what's going on now. So first off, the Boom or Bust match will be 2 weeks from tonight. So I'm going to be nice. I'm going to give you some time to prepare. Plus, I know you're going to want to say something, Theron. So, there's your warning. Now, who are you facing? Well, let's start with the Nightmare Project Con, because the Beast will ensure you can't win. And while we're at it, let's bring in Malice Prime for the exact same reason. Plus, he has some personal motivations, doesn't he? Now, Shoot Nation both volunteered for the match because, again, the hustle. Oh, and by, how about the Punk Master Ghost? He hasn't forgotten what the Outlaws did to him. Also, just for the fun of it, just for the fun of it, just to throw a random wild card into the match, why don't we bring in Wonderball? Now, like you, Wonderball is a troublemaker, but honestly, he's a much less of a headache causer than you are. Oh, wait, we need one more person. Yeah, Zeta. Why Zeta? Because when you want a guaranteed result, you get him to do the work. Oh, and a reminder. The winner not only decides Theron's fate, they'll get a Multiverse match of their choice. All right. Oh, hey, look at that. We've got a social media post from Sasquatch Wings. Whoops, wrong one. Saying, well fought one. Much for you to learn, but you will do great things. Now, who next? And I'm getting a note from Phyllis. I should clarify. Winner gets any match they want, even a multiversal championship. If they want the multiversal championship, it'll become a triple threat match with the Blue Hood and whoever wins the King's Road tournament. If they want the multiversal. But it's kind of a wish situation, or wish-ish situation for whoever wins. Yeah, that would also count for Theron too if he wins. If he wins. So 2 weeks from tonight, boom or bust. And what else could that mean? Well, we could go on for a lot, except, well, I got to do one last social media post because Devin's like, fuck yeah, we are done. Let's fight this, guys. I'm telling you, the hustle. As soon as he heard there was going to be a ladder match, he was like, me. And I'm like, sure, why not? Honestly, you've earned the shot. You've been putting in the work, Devin. Anyway, now we could go over the things, except we're out of time. So thank you all for joining us tonight. See you all next week. And I have been your host, Jerry Aldini. Good night.